work that you have to do. We're here today, similar to the Maine Center for Economic Policy, to testify against the specific portion of LD 138, the portion that creates a Maine capital investment credit retroactively for tax year 2014. And I'm just going to summarize my testimony to kind of fit into the conversation that we've been having so far, and just want to make, I think, three quick points. The first is a big picture point that, to me, this bill in particular sort of demarcates the end of an era of recession-era budgeting that has been going on for the entire time I've been in the State House, for sure. Because this bill costs $10 million and is ostensibly going to be paid for through the unallocated surplus, which I believe is around $46 million right now. Most supplemental budgets and most conformity packages that I've had experience with, there have been had to be ways to essentially these either cuts or revenue increases to buy out these kinds of conformity measures. And so this, to me, is a very big deal, that we essentially have money on the table, and this capital investment credit would use about a quarter of it in a retroactive incentive program that I do believe primarily benefits big businesses. And so I think that's just a totally different mindset to be approaching this than we've been in the past few years. And that leads me to my second point, which is that conformity packages are real policy. And the example I used from last year is the cap on itemized deductions. And for those of you who are around for that, you probably got a call from your hospital or your charitable organization wondering why sort of higher income donors can no longer pay, can no longer get a state tax break for their contributions. And that cap on itemized deductions was used to pay for a portion of a conformity package. And I think for those of us who went through the process, I think we all kind of remember feeling like, oh wow, that was actually a very big deal. It was a big policy change. And that got passed last session. And didn't, I think, really deserve the kind of scrutiny that I think most of us would agree that it probably warranted. So I would just really emphasize that conformity packages are real policy. This is $10 million. To give a sense of how much $10 million is, Senator Valentino, you mentioned the Maine Capital Investment Credit, and the Seed Capital Investment Credit, and that's a $1.5 million program. So this is almost 10 times that amount. This program does not appear in the, what we affectionately refer to as the Red Book, which is a way of catalyzing tax expenditures in the state so that we can have a sense of reviewing those year to year. The Taxation Committee did great work last year constructing a review process, and my understanding is that this actually would not necessarily be a part of it. So this is real policy. The entire general fund portion of the general assistance program is about $12 million. So I mean that's the order of magnitude of money that we're talking about. And my third and final point is, I think a lot of us have had questions about, what really would happen if this doesn't pass. And I think it's important to remember that equipment for businesses will still depreciate at its normal schedule, and the full amount of tax breaks that businesses will get, they will still get. They will just get them over the standard period of time that they would normally get them. So what we're talking about today is essentially an interest-free loan that we would be advancing for businesses retroactively as an incentive package for a year that is already over. And to my mind, there's just far, far more important matters of public policy that we could advance with the use of $10 million than that. So I thank you for your time.